That's
what
what's
happened
coming.
last time.
That's what's coming. I promise
I'm saying
you.
that's what happened last time.
And they need to change that stuff. You don't want your center shooting threes. That's European basketball right there. We've dumbed our game down to make these Europeaners more happy. The NBA is no good anymore, and neither is college basketball. It's a tough watch. So I choose not to.
Okay. What are we going to start with? You want to start with,
Nelson Mandela?
No, you want to start with Tyreek Hill? You want to start with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they got this new drug out, man, that can straighten my fingers out.
Hmm?
This is new drug that can straighten my fingers out.
Oh, yeah? Doing what? Like, how did he do it?
Hmm?
How did he do it?
You take these pills. And when you take the pills,
This is so bad for him. They finna kick him off the damn team.
ooh,
Tyreek Hill. Read this shit.
what did he do?
They're saying he broke his son's arm. But his name is not in the report. But his girlfriend, his fiance that he's living with, who he assaulted last year and got probation with last year, is a quote-unquote person that's involved. Like, it's so secretive for some reason. You know, the league said they're looking into it. The team said they're looking into it. They said no one knows what's going on. They're being cautious because of the severity and sensitivity of it. Basically, they're going to end up losing that kid. That's what's going to happen. And I think everyone's waiting for CPS to see what they're going to say. That's what I think is going to happen. They're waiting for CPS. Or whatever, Child Protective Services, whatever name is in Kansas City or Kansas. We got 40 seconds. So I was even talk about that quick, because I think that's his career may be over after this.
No. It's the NFL.
I know.
Somebody's going to pick him up. They're desperate. If you have talent, no matter what, they will give you a job.
Yeah. My thing is there's a child involved. Why is it so crooked like this? I don't know. It's just wild. The thing that's crazy about it is I haven't heard anybody on the radio or anybody talking about it. When you call me about it, would trip me out. Are we coming on right now?
They talk about it a lot on history in LA.
And we're back, Mark My Words Sports Show, for the second hour on RadioPhoenix.org. We're on every platform.
All of the medias.
RadioPhoenix.org, Radio Phoenix Facebook page.
Social media.
Everything on social media,
Facebook
SoundCloud,
media,
YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube
media.
and SoundCloud pages. And we're going to get into this sticky situation. I'm not sure if anyone knows about this. It's online, but, a lot of people haven't been talking about it as far as the sports media is Tyreek Hill and what's going on and what he's allegedly has done or allegedly has been involved in.
It's been real.
Is a domestic altercation.
How do you feel if you're a Chiefs fan?
Ending up. This is difficult for me to talk about.
Why?
Because there's a child involved.
It's great for me to talk about.
The thing is,
the demise of the Chiefs.
The thing
it's awesome.
Tyreek Hill, he's already coming in with baggage. You know, he had a probation from last year for domestic violence of his girlfriend who was pregnant. Now, an older child who's 3 has a broken arm, and everything is so suppressed, and like the police reports are saying Tyreek Hill is not involved. He's not on police report. His girlfriend is the person of interest or whatever, which it sounds like someone's protecting Tyreek Hill. Now,
what?
That's what it sounds like. But what I was going to say, he could not be involved at all. It should be somebody else, or something happened with his girl. What I'm saying is it's such a sticky situation because there's a child involved, and then the child has a broken arm. The NFL is saying, you know, the quotes they always say, look into this, we're going to look into it. The Chiefs are saying the same thing, and the Kansas City radio is probably the only place talking about it. They want him gone. They want him released today. Yesterday. Like last week. As soon as it came out. Yes.
Good.
Now that's the radio. Now the fans, because we just said it right before he came on, I'm thinking his career's over.
No.
You're thinking he's going to be on a team just like Kareem Hunt is now with the Browns.
Before I give it 2 months to let the smoke clear, because what I always say to you in the social media age, no matter what you do, all you got to do is say, I'm sorry, and disappear for a couple months. And then the next social media event is going to take over. And they're going to forget all about you.
Well, the difference is here is the fact that Tyreek Hill hasn't said a word. He hasn't said anything publicly.
Yeah.
Per his lawyers. Obviously, his lawyer said, be quiet.
He should just say, I'm sorry.
And
just go away.
My thing is, I really think that child services is involved, and everyone is waiting for that report on what's going to happen with the child. Whatever happens after that, Tyreek Hill's gone.
If the kid could have probably, you know how my kids run around the house and they fall. The kid could have very simply just ran around the house and just had an accident and fell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now, I do. Why don't they say that? Why don't they say he fell?
Because they're trying to drub it up in the media. We live in a terrible time. We live in bad times. What needs to happen is Facebook needs to be discontinued. They need to get rid of all social media, man, so we can go back to being a moral and a decent country again. Because the social media age that we live in now, listen here, millennials, you guys are not going to know freedom in a minute. You're not going to know any freedom to live. And that's a sad thing, man. I grew up in a free America. You guys are not going to grow up in a free America. You guys are going to grow up in an oppressed dictatorship of America. With hashtag me too being the dictator.
Well, to piggyback on what you're saying is, I think the reason that they're not saying anything is because of the backlash that's already be going on. And that's just with the police report that doesn't even have Tyreek Hill involved. See, the thing is the fact that his girlfriend is in the police report, and then they look at what happened back in August to where he has a domestic violence against her. So when you have something like that over your head, no matter what you do, you're going to be looked at as you did it. You're the one who did it.
Listen.
Like I said, it could be easy. See, I don't want to say what happened, or because I don't know. This is based off of speculation. I just hope he didn't do anything to that child, or she didn't do anything. I really hope something else happened.
I think it was just an accident. That's what my better common sense is going.
Me too. I hope that really something else happened, because if
you forgot to say hashtag in front of me too. Anyway, honestly, seriously, in all seriousness of the whole thing, man, Patrick Mahomes is the real victim here. He has lost his security blanket and Kareem Hunt. Now he's about to lose Tyreek Hill. So all those great passes that he's making and all that great stuff, you get to really see who this kid really is now.
And here's what's
and the sad part for Tyreek Hill, is that he lives in a terrible time. The time of, how old you were 25, right? You had a little girlfriend at 25, right?
Yeah.
You guys had fights.
We had issues.
Disagreements and everything,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Yeah.
But because you have social media, your home business is blown up now.
And who he is.
And that's sad.
And now what you said about Patrick Mahomes,
he's the victim.
But here's the fact of the matter is, they're all young. They're all young, and it seemed like Kansas City was a team that was going to grow together, like the Rams.
And Rich,
you know how the Rams are. They have a young core, and they're growing all together, right?
For a little while, anyway.
Yeah, well, until someone wants a boatload of money, then that's going to be all broken up. But Kansas City looked like there was that team, just like the Rams. And
game of the year last year in the NFL.
Yeah.
Game of the year, Kansas City and the Rams. I'd say.
Yeah, I know exactly what game you're talking about. It was an amazing game. I mean, there was a game they were talking about was revolutionized. Everyone went overboard with that game. This is the new NFL. This is the revolution. You know what? A year from now, we're not going to see that. No. Because these teams are going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Especially Kansas City.
Yeah. And I might stop watching NFL next.
And unfortunately, for Tyreek Hill, he's one of the most dynamic players in the league. At a young age, in a few years from now, he could be the best wide receiver in the game. Now this and what happened before is going to be a cloud over his head for the rest of his career if he stays in the league. That's a huge if.
No, it's not.
Whatever comes out.
That's not a huge if. He'll be on somebody's team, I promise you. If you have talent, they will find you. Trust me.
But yeah, Greg Hardy, exactly.
Right, you know exactly where I was going.
Greg Hardy is one. Now he's an MMA fighter, whatever.
He threw the girl over a bed of guns and asked her which one she wanted to get popped with.
Yeah.
And then next week was on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Aha. Anyway. And then you got Maverick owners out there like Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft. Look at Robert Kraft. He was harboring a 3-time murderer and didn't even know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got these owners out there that's desperate to win. So Tyreek Hill, that's job security, bro. You can run the rock. You can catch the rock.
Check this out. Speaking of some more NFL, I think this is something you may love. I'm just about to start reading this right now. The NFL committee proposes revamping of the instant replay. So the competition committee has proposed 2 versions of a modified expansion of instant replay according to the documents released tonight. Both call for a 1-year trial before any permanent decisions made. Needs approval of 24 owners to have been implemented. The first proposal would add fouls for pass interference to the list of reviewable plays. I don't know about that one. The second would include fouls for pass interference, but also will add fouls for roughing the passer and unnecessary hits against a defensive player. Importantly, neither would allow review of plays in which no fouls were called, meaning they would not be used in future to address this kind of controversial missed pass interference from the NFC Championship game. So basically that means they're going to try to change the instant replay to help with the fouls because of what happened in the NFC Championship game. Do you think that's a reach for the NFL to try to change that?
You know, as a rule they need to change, what is a catch? I am so tired of that rule right there, what is a catch? If the guy caught the ball, he ran out of bounds, who cares if he was bobbling it? He held the ball. That's a catch. All my life, that was a catch. They need to do away with this new catch rule. That's the one I would like to see them change the most. Also, the defenseless receiver. They need to do away with that one, too, because once again, this is football. You know what you signed up for. You know what I mean? So you're taking away from your game.
Right. Now,
these kind of rules right here that they talking about is just nonsense. What's the next story?
No. Well, just let you know. Next week here in Phoenix is where the owners are going to meet up and discuss, all the competition committee proposals. And one by the Washington Redskins would want to make every play eligible for review. I don't like that one because you're going to make it so long. You're going to make this game so long.
Okay.
To where, here's the thing, to where people aren't going to want to watch.
Who's not going to want to watch?
This is what I'm saying. Like you talk about millennials, they have a very short attention span.
Oh, yeah, it's very short.
Let's just say they implement something like that where every single play is reviewed. Now, let's say they do it in a booth to where no one knows and the game's still going. But what if they do it where you have every play is stopped, reviewed, stopped, reviewed, stopped? You're looking at a 2.5 hour game to be like baseball, 4.5 hours. No one wants to watch a 4.5 hour game.
Let me stop you right there,
You'll be
buddy.
asleep by halftime.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. This is the NFL. See, you discredit the NFL too much, bro. What happens at a Super Bowl? What is the Super Bowl turned into now?
Oh, I know that. It's an event.
It's a party.
It's a holiday.
It's a party. And how many people are really watching the Super Bowl there? You got about 10 diehards like myself that's really watching. The rest of the folks is just a social gathering. And I say that to say that they can review every single play and stop the game every single time, and nobody's going to care because nobody's watching. They just have the thing and saying, I was at the game. And that's how the NFL is. Nobody cares about all that, man. The NFL is the one monster, man, that's going to go on forever, and they don't care what they do.
Yeah.
I thought that the NFL would take a hit and people would stop watching when they put a skirt on the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Well, you can't touch them.
Basically.
Can't touch the
I thought people would stop watching when they said, oh, well, you can't go across the middle and hit the guy because it's a defenseless receiver. I thought people would stop watching then. Guess what? They grew in popularity. No matter what that league does, that monster, we're going to call it that monster, does, it's going to continue to grow. Get people stopping watching NFL and all this game stuff out of your mind. That game could be 6 hours long and it's going to be watched. I guarantee you. It's the most popular sport.
Oh, it is.
There's no other sport in America that can compare, that can even come close.
I just think when you tinker with things like instant replay and try to prolong it, obviously this goes from that call and the Saints and everyone went haywire because of the call. It's not reviewable. Let it go. And for them to...
You need to get the sound of what he said. He said, I smacked you.
but when you have Sean Payton and the owners of the Saints going so hard on that, and this is where it's coming to where they're trying to really change the replay because of that play.
You know what Saints fans used to do back in the day?
Is to put their faces over cardboard.
They used to put the grocery shopping bag over there and put ain'ts.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do now. Shut up. Read the read, man.
Join Valley residents and radio fiends for Africa Fest USA at Kiwanis Park in Tempe on Saturday, March 30th. The event starts at 11 a.m., runs until 6:30 p.m., and features authentic African food, live cultural performances, and Pan-African fashion show, kids activities, and their other fun activities. More information, including admission prices, available at AfricanFestUSA.org. We'll be back with more Mark My Words Sports Show. Hey, thanks everybody for
We don't
watching.
own the rights to the song. This is not our song. YouTube police, don't get us. We don't own the rights to nothing. This is my cut right here.
I turned it down.
We still don't own the rights. I don't even own the rights to what I'm doing right now. I'm just moving my body. And I don't own the rights to it.
You don't own the rights to your body?
Yeah, I'm just moving my body.
You don't own the rights
I don't own the rights to dancing.
I don't own the rights to my body.
Your phone number. I don't own the rights to singing a song. Baby, what's your phone number? 777-93-11. 777-93-11.
Why they muted for like, it was weird because it said, Facebook community for so many seconds. That's a weird time. Like, it was like 49 seconds or whatever. Like, is this the one where you were singing? Like, really? You muting a 49-second singing of a song?
777. I don't own the rights. I'm just singing the hook. 777-93-11.
I think it was, where was that?
Was it better than last time?
No.
No.
I think because it was the, where was that? It was at the Rips bar.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Small guy, I mean, the drinks was
Yeah.
yeah. But I met them, I talked to a couple of them years ago, come on the show and talk.
What's up?
And then, but it was like, it was just the crowd was totally.
Really?
There's no black people. Me, Jerome, and like other black people there. All losers. Everyone else is white, native. Remember, you know, I hard fucking De La Soul fans. Those told me with the De La Soul fans and shit. I'm like, what?
Church fans?
Huh?
Church fans?
No. De La Soul fans.
Oh,
The
man?
sneakers, the De La
Oh,
Soul
yeah.
sneakers, yeah.
Sneakers.
Yeah, it's like the special edition for
Yeah, they came out last
They
year.
came out with like a whole line of clothes. De La Soul edition.
I didn't like that. No, I was saying, you need to cut down the Intel shop, man. They giving away money. Giving it away.
Oh, Intel?
They better start paying me $8, $9 a day just to show up.
Come back.
Plus, they pay me $3 an hour on top of
Hey y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right, we gonna come back.
They giving away.
What y'all think about? If y'all don't know about Robert Kraft, he's trying to suppress his the Robert Kraft sex tape. And we got the R Kraft sex tape coming out. Hey, you wanna come back on right now? Kenny. We go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Okay, we'll come out.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
Mark my words, sports show. Like we said, we don't own the rights to this.
We don't
This is
own
the
the rights
time.
to the microphone we talking in.
777-9311.
We don't even own the rights to the name.
And you listen to everything on radiophoenix.org, on SoundCloud. And now, the Robert Kraft situation
Get him, Robert.
is just hilarious. Okay, his team is filing for a motion to suppress evidence, mainly the video evidence, as far as what he was doing with that woman. Described as graphic and damning. He doesn't want to be released, so the prosecutors are like, no, we want it released.
Who wants to watch that?
Okay?
I feel sorry for anybody who got to sit back and watch that. I wouldn't even want to be a juror on that case. His old wrinkly stuff.
Remember what you said. If you do something like this, or any situation, that's how we had the Tyreek Hill. Come out and say, I'm sorry.
That's
And
it.
let it go.
That's it. And
Now-
it goes away.
The Palm Beach County State Attorney has offered Kraft and 24 other men that's involved in this situation a diversion deal. Now, the diversion deal is
Sex ed class.
you have sex ed class, you pay a fine, and you go to community service. Now, you know,
What if they find like $100 or something crazy?
it's not much, but here's the thing. He's a billionaire. You know, he hasn't done anything, crimes or whatever, so he's a first-time offender.
That we know about.
Now, okay, here it is. He got to pay a $5,000 fine for each offense. He has 2 offenses, so it's $10,000 for him.
That's like $10.
Exactly. Now, he has to have an educational course. submit to testing for a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, Lord.
And admit that the court found guilty. But he's saying he's innocent.
But that could make his street cred go up. He hanging out with Meek Mill. That's
Now,
gonna take his street cred right on through the roof.
I would say for his sake, you better take that test.
Why?
Because you don't know what's going on up in there. You don't know what's going on up in there. So you better kind of make sure you're
I'm pretty
straight.
sure he's smart enough to strap it up.
Yeah, I hope so too. But I would say the main reason why he's suppressing his video evidence, not just because damning evidence, he's being embarrassed, but he has a girlfriend. People forget. He has a fiance.
He can get rid of her and get 12 other ones.
But listen. He's cheating. He was cheating on his girl.
I'm pretty sure she's cheating too.
For $8 billion? You think?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Javier, the garden guy,
He's about 80.
is the happiest person in the whole relationship.
He's
I
about
promise
80
you.
years old, so.
He's the happiest person in the relationship because he ain't got no ties. He just got to, deal with her.
Well, here's the thing, though. Now, the ladies that were up in there was about...
Go back and look at Shaq.
Was about in their 40s and in their 50s, right? So why don't he just get with a woman of his speed? Why don't he get with a woman of his speed, But maybe he don't want a 50, 60-year-old running around with him. I don't know. I don't get it. But I would say this, man. Just plead guilty, do the quick fine, and let it go away. Because this is just going to prolong it on, and now that's where we got to talk about it for another week.
I just don't even want to
weeks.
picture it, man. It's probably disgusting. Like, ooh. Ooh. I hope I age well.
This whole thing has been a dumpster fire.
You know what I mean? We're going to get off of that. Because
let's go another way, man. That's just weird.
It's a dumpster fire.
That's the one you shouldn't want to talk about. We can talk about Tyreek Hill. That's a nothing issue. But that Robert Kraft thing, just the thought and the vision of it, just, oh, God.
It's nasty, right? Syracuse is down to Baylor 55-53 in the second half.
Did you expect anything different?
I like their jerseys.
I forgot. You did.
I like their jerseys.
You like orange men, then.
You have Warford beating Seton Hall 59-57. Michigan, they're big on Montana right now, 52-35.
Did you expect anything different?
No. And then Purdue beating Old Dominion by 20, 43-23.
Another game that shouldn't have been played.
In the NBA, Phoenix and Detroit in the third quarter. Here in Phoenix, 61-60 Detroit. What up, though?
What up,
That
though?
one, Detroit basketball.
What up,
that?
though? That's good enough. What up? Another one.
Sacktown is beating Dallas 62-56. And Golden State is beating Indiana 43-37. You have Charlotte beat Minnesota 113-106. Denver beating Washington 113-108. Atlanta beating Utah 117-114. Now, in bigger bank news, okay, you have Mike Trout, who just inked the biggest deal in sports history.
The Angels made him an offer. He
could not refuse.
I would have went to the thing and got his head checked.
10 years, $430 million.
Almost a half a bill. Almost a half a bill. Almost a half a bill, man. A half a bill. You said half a bill?
Half a billy.
Wow.
Good Lord!
I mean, the thing that's crazy, because now you have Albert Pujols, who got a boatload of money years ago with the Angels.
No, the Angels didn't pay him. St. Louis gave him the money.
Yeah, you're right. And then they traded him.
They dumped him.
Right.
St. Louis seen what was coming and said, hey, that's some suckers. The Angels.
But they have some players that have Okani or Sohei.
Otani.
Yes, who he's a great player to the point where years from now he's gonna want a big boat of money to stay, and they're gonna give it to him.
Real fast. Ichiro Suzuki played his last Major League Baseball game today in Japan. Is he one of the greatest hitters of all time?
Yes, he is. He is. I mean, he's never been celebrated, especially here in America, as like one of the great hitters.
8 years straight. 10 years straight with over 200 hits. Name the next closest player.
I'm not sure there is.
Name the next closest.
As far as players right now,
just period.
I'll say Mike Trout is in that realm of great
nowhere
hitters.
Close.
No, right?
He's not even on the list.
I mean,
you got Pete Rose. Pete Rose, I think, went for 6 or 8 years straight. Then after that, it's a major drop off. Tony Gwynn. 3 years straight. Yeah. With 200 hits, but that's it.
And he was an immediate Hall of Famer.
But Tony Gwynn, and that stat just like shocked the heck out of me because it was like, whoa, Ichiro, he blew Tony Gwynn out like that.
No,
and that's only 9 seasons in the major leagues. But you forget he played 9 seasons in Japan.
Yeah, and then played about 10 here.
And played that here.
Yeah.
So you're not even adding in his Japan stats, just his American stats gets him into the Hall of Fame.
And they say his Japan stats were so crazy, like unbelievable that every team wanted him. I think he was in their 9. I think 4 or 5 years in his Major League Baseball wanted him. He was like, no, he stay in Japan. I think the money was so large he had to come. But he only came to Seattle.
No, I'm wrong. It was Rod Carew. I'm sorry. Rod Carew had 8 years straight of 200 hits. So let me correct myself. Yeah. Rod Carew. And then you had Pete Rose at 5 years. No, 2 years, 3 years. And then you had Tony Gwynn at 2.
Right. Real quick, I just want to give him a round of applause because he's one of those players.
He won the most valuable player and rookie of the year in the same year.
Yeah. He's one of those players that I think 2 things is the fact that he was in Seattle for so long and not many people saw him as far as national TV, and he was just a small, quiet player.
And he made rap songs.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. I'm killing it like Ichiro. E40.
He did? He was on rap songs. Oh, wow.
E40 referenced it.
I didn't know that. Let's go quick to break.
If you pitch it, I'm going to hit it.
Let's go quick to break, our last break, and then we'll come right back and talk about the big Mike Trout deal. And I have a question. Do you think there will be a $1 billion player?
We're getting there. We are 430 million. We getting there.
Yeah. We'll be back and Mark My Word Sports Show.
Programs on Radio Phoenix are supported by
that was what block. Boy, he said I'm killing it like Ichiro. You pitch it, I'm a hit.
I never heard that song.
You never heard that song? Oh, E40 is hard, bro. He's like one of the greatest rappers.
2 a.m. daily. Find the Womack on Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, excuse me. I don't own the rights to say it, fuck. I can't. Oh, they're going to kick us off. I'm sorry. Social media. I forgot y'all sensitive media.
Records is hosting the 2nd Annual Music Business Summit on Saturday, April 6th at the Glendale Public Library, located at 5959 West Brown Street in Glendale. The day-long event will feature panel discussions with experts from around the country answering the most important questions for those interested in or currently pursuing careers in the music industry. Attendees must RSVP. More information available at Fervor Music Summit.
Let's lock it up on you again.
Yeah, it was getting Yes,
You're a small
yes,
business
yeah,
owner.
like
Good
this.
sound object,
There's something wrong with all
your
this
success.
stuff. Like it's,
Where to find it and at what
I don't
cost.
know, it's getting
Hi,
slow.
I'm Bill
was
Lazar,
that?
speaking for Greater Phoenix SCORE, the nonprofit arm of the
Keith
Small
Laws,
Business
MLB
Administration.
breakout player.
SCORE
Keith
offers
Laws,
free
MLB
mentoring
breakout
for
player
local
for
businesses
2019.
and presents
Oh,
over
that's what they
100
were saying. That's who's
educational
going to be
workshops
the one that's
annually.
going to get a
Now, we can
contract
say a lot
bigger than a
more,
Mookie
Mike
but it only
Track.
gave us 30 seconds.
Mookie Betts.
So
Yeah,
please
they said
visit
he's going to be the next one to get one. He said he might even come up for 500. I was like, dang, is he that good? I'm about to watch Mookie Betts this year.
Yeah, the Alvin Gallup.
They said he's like,
He's
Sundays on Radio
AL
Phoenix
MVP 2 years in a
from
row.
2 to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Weekly program featuring
He's American
discussions
born
on
black.
community issues
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
eclectic
That's good.
mix of music, including
I'm a Mets
R&B,
fan.
jazz, classic, gospel with a dab
And
of
you gotta
country.
think
That's on
of the
Radio
next
Phoenix,
players
the Alvin
right now.
Gallup
You
Show,
have him, you
Sundays
have
from 2
Aaron
to 4
Judge,
p.m.
you have
Come join us and
a
enjoy
lot
the
of
show.
young players that are
but
really
Aaron
good.
Judge is not.
But what I'm saying is,
He's a home run hitter, yeah.
we'll come back. We're back, Mark My Word Sports Show.
Now keep going with what you were
Now,
saying.
what I'm saying is, when you have Mike Trout with his $430 million deal, and you just brought up Mookie Betts could probably get $500 million. Now you have these crop of young players that are great. You know, you have Altuve, you have Aaron Judge, you just have Juan Carlos Stanton with a almost $300 million deal. I mean, he's older, so he may not get a big deal in his next contract. But you have this next group of superstar baseball players that, unfortunately, is not going to get the publicity that they deserve, but they're going to get the money that they deserve. And
Yeah, they were saying Mookie Betts, man, this morning was like, he probably is in line to get the next biggest contract, if not the biggest contract.
yeah, now, like he's a two-time AL MVP, just like Mike Trout is a two-time NL MVP. Both right now are probably in the top 5 best players in the Major League Baseball. You do have the kid in Chicago. What's his name?
His chairs. I'm not even moving. The chair just crack. In a minute, I'm going to be on my back. Hashtag me too.
Now, will you see $1 billion deal? One of these unbelievable 12, 13-year, $1 billion, $50 million a year. Somebody's going to get a $50 million.
And what team do you think could do it?
Ooh, it's going to be a team that's so desperate. Maybe the Mariners or something. It's going to be a player that is not even in the league yet. That's going to be so great. That's going to be on pace to break all these records. That's going to end up with $1 billion deal, just to go above and beyond another player's deal. And I think, as sports in the whole, everyone looks at baseball and they're envious. They look at basketball and they're envious how these NFL players are tweeting and going on social media, kind of quote-unquote complaining. It's a bad look. Because...
Well, you know who did it right?
Who's that?
Play the hook for me.
I know
who did it right. Play
I
the
know
hook
exactly
for
who
me.
you're talking about.
Play the hook for me. You know who
And
did it right.
he basically, for the NFL, he started the guaranteed contract.
Play the hook.
Captain Kirk, can you sing me?
That's right.
Captain Kirk, can you sing me?
That's right.
Captain Kirk.
He's the one who did it right. That's
If
my
y'all
boy.
don't know, that's Kirk Cousins. $84 million, all guaranteed.
Oh,
And
mine.
now, I was
That's a
listening
slang word.
now,
Break mine
right.
off.
Now, I was listening on the radio a couple days ago, and they were talking about the contract situations and all this comparisons of guaranteed contracts. Even the quarterbacks aren't getting enough as what they should be getting.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bagford. We could
I'll
change
give you
his name.
2 games. Give me $100 million.
Right. Now, but what I'm saying is, when the quarterback position is regarded as the number 1 position in all of sports, you know, you have to have such a high IQ. You're leading a team of 53 players, and you're doing things like a Patrick Mahomes is doing, which, by the way, he's set to probably make the largest contract in NFL history at $200+ million.
How much guaranteed though?
That is key because you see with AB and you see with Le'Veon Bell what they did because they wanted guaranteed money. Understandably so in the NFL because of what they deal with. A wide receiver and a running back. How long of years do they have in the league?
I would say the wide receiver has, about 4 years. The running back maybe 2 to 3, 4. Tops.
Yeah, the average NFL career is 2.5 years. The average baseball is probably 5 to 7. You know what I mean? All that is guaranteed.
You mean at a major league?
Yeah, all that is guaranteed. And of course, they have
because you could play
minor
30
leagues.
years in the minor league and then get 5 years in the pros.
Right, but all that 5 years is guaranteed. So if you coming in and make $100 million, being let's say a center fielder.
Here's the thing.
And most of the time you're just standing out there.
Here's the thing. But no, you're not, man. There's a lot to baseball that you're not mentioning.
I understand.
But listen, here's the thing. You can hurt yourself signing the contract, but as long as you get your whole name across there and dot the I's and cross all the T's, and you can't play not one lick, you get all your money.
Right.
What was I saying? Break mine off? That's a slang word?
Well, what I was saying about, like, let's say a center fielder versus a running back, there's, you're carrying the ball 300 to 400 times a season, 16-game season. Granted, baseball is 162 games. So that's a longer season, you know what I'm saying? But I think the main difference, the main problem that the NFL players have, don't preach to the choir. Don't preach to us, the regular fan that really think you guys are spoiled brats. Why are you guys complaining you're millionaires? Why are you complaining to me for, well, I'm over here struggling with a broke down car in the middle of the road? You know what I mean? Complain to your rep. Complain to the NFLPA. Complain to who you need to talk to when the new CBA is about to be negotiated, which is, I think, next year.
All they're going to do is give them dudes a bag of chips and tell them to get out there. And they're going to be like, yeah, we won. We got a bag of chips.
You know what? You have a great point there.
That's what happened the last time.
Exactly what happened the last time.
Remember, everybody was, we're not going to get any NFL and all this. And I was probably the only one preaching to the choir, like, hey, look, man, it's the NFL. They're going to play football. No, they're not. They're still on strike. I said, man, it's the NFL. Yeah. They're going. And then I had to bring it up to you guys settle this before we had the show.
Yeah.
What was I always saying? $25 billion.
That's what's going to be.
These guys are going to get their butts out there.
Now, the main issue is with the NFL, and what the NBA and what baseball has that the NFL don't have is equal revenue sharing. Not basically a 50-50 split, but a split to where they can get more guaranteed money. With the NBA's new contract that they have, that's how you have the Mike Conleys and the
players
the
who
Zach
don't deserve all that
Levines
money
of the world making $35 million a year.
Players
and
who don't
guaranteed
deserve
money.
the money. They don't deserve that kind of bread.
But you have a Le'Veon Bell and players like Tyreek Hill and players that are up on their contract to negotiate, and these are exceptional, great NFL superstars that maybe will. Matter of fact, they will get the short end of the stick. They will get the short end of the stick. That's why you have AB doing what he did, playing insane to go to the Raiders, and Le'Veon Bell sitting out a whole entire season, which we'll see if that panned out or not. Come. With the Jets.
The sad part about it is you're not going to never really know the truth because the Jets' offensive line is so atrocious.
Right.
So you're never going to really know if it worked or not.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, there we go.
I'm saying, hopefully, they do right by Le'Veon Bell. One way you can support Radio Phoenix is by becoming one of our members for as little as $35 per year. Members receive discount savings and other benefits provided by our membership program partners. And don't forget the membership fee is tax deductible. For more information or to sign up, call 480-829-5746 or go online to radiophoenix.org. Click on the support tab at the top and then become a member on the drop-down menu. We thank you for your generous support of community radio. Now, we're just going to get into the name game. Okay. What are you clapping about?
Your live read.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that movie? When nobody else clapped.
With golf. Oh, yeah.
It is when a dude just comes
That's
out.
every 80s movie. One guy stands up and claps and everyone starts clapping.
Right.
Right. Where am I? And the name game. We'll get right into it.
Let's go. Right.
I have 5 names. Kenny hasn't seen him. He might have some. He cheats like that.
No, I don't.
We're going to see if they're a good game or a bad game.
I'm pissed
And
good.
the first is Oni.
Oni is a good game. You know what I mean? Because he owns you.
You think so?
Oni owns you.
Hold on a second. I got so much stuff on this thing.
Hater.
Now, my Oni from Yale, 40 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 of 10 from three-point line.
That's a good game, though.
1 of 10 from three-point line.
That's 3 points.
Why?
Who cares about 3 points? I'm talking about he scored 5 points.
1 of 10 in a 79-74 loss to LSU. As a coach, when do you just tell him to stop shooting? He was 2 of 16.
He scored 5 points.
He was 2 of 16.
That's like scoring 20 in college basketball.
You mean in the NBA?
No, in college.
That is college. He played for Yale.
That's like scoring 20 points.
Oh my God. Kabingo.
Bingo. Beat my mama butt if she named me that.
That's the last name. So that's their whole family name. So put some respect on it.
Put some spec on that name. He had a bad game, man, because his name is Kabingo. I got him a bad name game.
Mfundu Kabingo from Florida State. He had
Say it again.
from I can't even say it. Fondu Kabingo. Florida State.
Mutano.
29 minutes, 21 points, 6 of 13, 10 rebounds off the bench.
That
They
was a
beat
good game.
Vermont. Yes, you said he had a bad game because his name.
Yeah.
Yes. They beat Vermont 76-69. The Vermont Catamounts.
Who cares?
Kessler.
Bad game. I'm just in a bad mood. Everything is bad. Even my score is bad.
Gabe Kessler from Minnesota. 38 minutes, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 3-pointers, 8 for 14 field goal in an 86-76 win over Louisville. That was one of the big upsets.
The next one is bad, too.
Morant.
Bad, I already said it's bad. I'm going bad all the way across the board.
Wrong again. Ja Morant, which is this is the player I was talking about. He had a triple-double. 39 minutes, 17, 11, and 16 assists. Now that's the first triple-double since Draymond Green back in 2012. And they beat Marquette 83-64. That's the player that everyone's talking about may go ahead of Zion Williamson.
They'll be fools.
And then the last one is
You can't even say it.
Hachimura.
Oh, that's the Hideki
Hachimura.
Matsui. He had a good game.
Rui Hachimura from Gonzaga, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 8 for 15, with the win over Raleigh Dickinson Knights, 87-49. A team that we talked about should not be even
Southwest Nowhere
close
State.
to the NCAA tournament. That's one of the teams, like I said, that won their conference championship,
Nobody cares.
and they punched their ticket.
They shouldn't have. They should
Now,
have punched their ticket to the Southwest Nowhere State title game.
That was the name game. Tomorrow is more NCAA with Duke playing, North Carolina playing, Virginia, and most of the top teams going at it. So I know everyone's going to be watching tomorrow as well.
All right, could I hit you up with my game?
And we're going to go with true or false.
True or false? This is going to be good. This is going to test your sports knowledge a little bit. Because this is all stuff that I know. All right, ready?
Okay.
Number one, Murray State is in the state of...
Well, it's true or false, so what? What or what? He said true or false.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Murray State is in the state of Kentucky. True or false?
False.
It's true. All right. Number two.
All right.
The Salukis.
The Salukis.
The Salukis are in the state of Illinois.
False.
It's true. Southern Illinois Salukis. All right.
Hey.
Number three. The Citadel is in the state of South Carolina.
False. I think Ohio. There it is.
It's true.
Did you give me right back, huh?
Touche, my brother. Okay. The Bison are in the state of Montana.
That's true. What? No, that's
It's in South Dakota. Right.
Oh, Carson Wentz. Oh.
I was giving
I
you
know
a
that
gimme.
one. I knew that one.
Okay.
I thought, yeah, it's South Dakota.
The Gauchos
Okay, I know that name.
are in the state of New Mexico.
Go your way, I know that name.
Don't look out. I see you looking at my answers. The Gauchos are in the state of New Mexico.
I know what those
True.
are. Argentina.
UC Santa Barbara is in California.
Is that where Aunt Becky went to school at?
No.
Is it? Is that where Aunt Becky? Is that where Aunt Becky?
No,
Aunt
Travis
Becky went to
Wilson
school at?
from
So that's why-
ESPN
Hey, so that's why she wanted her daughter at USC. He's All right. It just made sense, you know. UNC Santa Barbara, you know.
Man, you
things
gotta
she
get
went
your
to that.
sports knowledge up, man. What the?
Yeah, that was the. Hey, that was both was cool, and we didn't do that on purpose. That was both NCAA related, and I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening on RadioPhoenix.org. We'll be back next week with more NCAA March Madness, more sports drama as usual. Since it's every single week, there's another scandal. We need Olivia Pope on the situation. Where's she at? Subscribe to everything. SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Go on Radio Phoenix's new Instagram page.
They got
Like
a
that.
new one?
Yeah, Ben had it, but we finally have access to it. So the Basement Tapes is next, so keep it locked right here on RadioPhoenix.org.
Get in the basement.
And keep it 1 million.
Get in the basement. You know what it is.
We will be back next week.
Uh-oh. We don't own the rights to the song. Don't cut us off.
He said he doesn't own the right to his body.
I don't
Peace
own the
out.
rights to this dance.